man. That's Little Havana for you guys at night. It's just Little Havana. It is not a quiet place. Let me tell you, Little Havana at night can get a little bit sketchy. What up? Sentinel, go back to the beginning of this live. See 2 police cars, man, just passed over here. I don't know if you saw it. Like, the moment that I started this live, there were 2 cop cars going. It's like almost 1 a.m. here. I'm in the most famous street, you know, like, remember Motor Lopez, like Lopez Motors? If Lopez Motors from Scarface was a real thing, because there was not, that was in California, it would be located right here. Because on this stretch here is where you have all the dealerships in Little Havana. So my guess is that Lopez Motors would be somewhere around here. Let's go see if we can find some. Let's see if we can find some problems, man. It's just me and my lighter. I can't. Like, there's nothing opening. Like, there's not open. Like, this is supposed to be the most famous street in Little Havana. Everything's closed. Even the bars. Even the bars. Look at this guy. Even the bars are closed, man. We're gonna be sleeping soon, right? Look at this. You like to see prices? iPhone 16 for $49.99. Of course, there's like because it says that in Spanish, when you change your number to our plan of $60 a month. So for you to buy the iPhone 16 for $50 a month, for $50, you're gonna have to get a plan that costs $60 a month. But you see, everything here in Little Havana, guys, it's in Spanish. Every single thing. Every single thing. Look at the politicians. Politicians, Emilio Gonzalez for mayor of Miami. This one here. Kristen Ceballos for mayor of Miami. Rolando Escalona for city Miami commissioner. Ivonne Bayona, see? Alex Diaz de la Portilla. Guys, double tap. Tommy Vice here, walking through Little Havana at night. And like I was telling Sentinel here before, here is where you have the dealerships located in Little Havana. So this is where Lopez Motors from Scarface would be located at. Of course, the location that they used at the movie, it was in California, but the movie, especially, you know, the drug stuff takes place in Little Havana. So here's where you would find the dealership for the Lopez Motors. Let's go walk, guys. Let's see if I can get mugged here. Still to find. Guys, double tap, subscribe. Tommy Vice here. I do cosplay, gameplay. And right now, I'm looking for trouble in a good way. I'm looking for trouble in a good way in Little Havana at 1 a.m. 1 a.m., guys. Everything's closed. Everything's empty. There's nobody out. I'm the only guy walking. And you guys might wonder, is Little Havana dangerous? I don't know. Google yourself. Go into Google and ask Google. Google, how safe is Little Havana? It's probably gonna say it's pretty safe, but you search for where are the dangerous parts of Little Havana. What's up? What's up, Nico? How are you, man? Welcome, welcome, guys. On the beginning of the stream, there was 2 cop cars coming to the street here. If you want to check that out, there were 2 cop cars. They flew by me really fast. Look at that. You can see a little bit of downtown skyline over there. You guys see it? Gosh, this phone sucks. I gotta get a better phone, man. This phone sucks. Let me show my ugly face a little bit. But yeah, nobody out, man. I never thought that Little Havana, it would be this empty at night. I never in my life I thought that it would be this empty. And I actually like it. I like it this way. That building is cool. Let me show you guys. Man, last time I do a drive like that. It's last time. I'm too old. And since my car is manual, it sucks to drive here in Miami. People are so aggressive driving that, you gotta have a automatic car in Miami or a quick manual. My car is a Kia Soul, but it was good. You know, I'm glad that I made it here safe. But this was the last time I ever do something like that. Next time, if I ever come to Miami, which I want to come to Miami, I'm gonna take a plane. I'm gonna take a plane. I'm not gonna drive anymore. But how are you, Nico? Look at that. They have dispensary open 24/7 here. 24/7. Dispensary is open. That's the only thing that's open right now. It's food, because of course, if you smoke weeds, if the dispensaries are open, you want to get yourself some Dominoes, right? So they are open. So it's only food and weed available right now. God, man, this phone sucks. I'm sorry for complaining, but you guys see the quality, right? Look at that. It sucks. It's just a bunch of blur. Okay. Let me go start walking towards my place again. Otherwise, I'm going to be too far. Guys, double tap, subscribe. But yeah, tomorrow, I'm going to go towards, I'm going to meet Joseph, man. That's going to be cool. I'm going to go to Joseph's house. One of the moderators in Ohio. So my guess is that tomorrow I will drive until let me try to clean this screen a little bit. Sorry guys. Let me clean this screen. Okay, it doesn't work that much. So, but I'm gonna go to Ohio. But yeah, tomorrow I'm probably just gonna make to like maybe North Carolina or something, because it's a lot of hours, right? But my plan is by maybe Saturday get to Ohio to be able to meet Joseph. And once I go back to New Mexico, man, right, Nico? You're gonna show me the neck of the woods, right? Okay, guys, now I'm really far. I'm almost downtown, man. I walk so much that I'm almost down here. I just need to cross the bridge. No, guys, I'm serious. I walk so much. Like I started the live. I already like walked for like half an hour. Like you can see downtown from here. It's over there. But I need to go through a bridge to access downtown, and you can actually do it by feet. But I'm not gonna do it now. I'm too tired, and since I'm gonna drive a lot tomorrow. You know, I need to save my energy because yeah. If I put a little bit, no, yeah. But I'm getting a new phone, guys. This is ridiculous. The quality of this thing. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Nico. Thank you so much. I was telling you about that happened today, which was crazy. I was just thinking about it. Like right in front of my Airbnb, there was a guy that he was in a bicycle, right? And he saw some other guy in the streets. He drops his bike and he starts running after this guy with a metal bar. That was like the craziest thing I see in Miami so far. Like he didn't catch the guy, he didn't catch it, but he dropped his bike and he took off running after the guy, and he was screaming something in Spanish really quickly that I could not understand. But look at that, guys. This is very Vice City. Look at that. Isn't that very Vice City? This type of buildings here. Let's go west, right? Let's go west, guys. Let's go west. Let's look for trouble. But this type of buildings here are very Vice City. They almost look like Apartment 3C. But Apartment 3C, guys, I made another video with my GoPro earlier today. And you guys gonna see, I think I found it. The real Apartment 3C. It's just like it. Just like it. But I'm gonna have to wait until I go back home so I can like edit and post it. Let's see if we can find any chickens. Chickens are probably sleeping right now, right? No. That one is similar Sentinel, but I found one today at South Beach because this is Little Havana, right? We are far away from the actual where the chainsaw should be, right? But I found one place in South Beach that was just like Apartment 3C, and I recorded. I used my GoPro, so that's one of the. And I don't know if you guys. So guys, there were two people that noticed that I was dressed like Tommy, and the two times that it happened, it was during lives. One was during the live that I made a short about it, that I was on South Beach, right in front of the Scarface hotel, right? The guy came up to me and was like, "Oh man, I gotta tell you something." That I'm like, "I know, it's on purpose." And he's like, "What?" That I look like Tommy Vercetti? And he's like, "Yeah, man, you look just like Tommy Vercetti." And that was recorded. The other one was today in an earlier live that I did during I went to I think it was called the Miami Art District. I think it was. It was a guy in a FedEx van. He was driving, so he passed by me. He was not going the same direction. He passed by me and he screamed out of his window, "Hey, Tommy!" I don't know if you guys would be able to hear it on the live. I'm gonna try to make a short video of it. But that was cool, man. That's, I don't make any money. I don't make any real money with this thing. So I'm glad that people notice, oh, there's a stupid guy dressed like Tommy. Okay, yes, at least, like somebody noticed. And not only that, these two guys were the ones who actually talked to me, right? But gosh, this camera sucks. It's so shaky. Sorry, guys. But there was a bunch of guys that they were looking at me and they 100% knew that I was dressed like Tommy. They just didn't walk up to me. But there was a couple of guys that, they were looking at it like, well, okay, this guy is dressed like the Tommy. But yeah, the guy at the Scarface Hotel was cool, but the FedEx one, I thought it was the coolest because he was driving in the opposite direction, which means that he saw me from far away. And he's like, well, that guy is dressed like Tommy. And he had the nerve, in a good way, to open his window and scream, "Hey, Tommy!" Let me stop a little bit. What? I have to get ready for the day now. It's soon be 11 a.m. Running late today after overdosing on Brazilian and Latino blue. Oh, blue films. Okay. I will give you a couple of names, man. I will give you a couple of names so you can look those up. There's a couple of names I can give you. The best blue films from Brazil are from the early 2000s. That was the best era, at least to me. And of course the 80s. So if you have any 80s Brazilian blue movies, that's good. And also early 2000s. Okay guys, we are now going west. We should be getting near to gang territory. No, maybe. Who knows, right? But it feels pretty normal. It's just a bunch of buildings. But you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna go through some streets here that get very dark, and you only have houses. Here you have a couple of buildings, like this nice building right here. But like I'm staying a little bit more west, which is just houses and it's really dark. Look here, guys, another building that kind of looks like Motel 3C, but just a little bit. But I found the one. Now I have to walk until 3rd Street. Guys, this is the first time I'm seeing the American flag here. You don't see the American flag here too much. You see a lot of Cuban flags. Okay, this is the street I'm staying at, which is 3rd. But I'm gonna go more west. You know, I wanna go. I wanna see, man. I wanna see where Google told me, like, go west of, you know. And you guys can see here, there's a lot of buildings that kind of look like apartment 3C. It's just like the way that they built these buildings back in the, 1960s, I'm assuming, probably. I don't know. Well, I don't know if cool would be the. It is cool. Man, I kind of like it, Miami. I wish I could live here. But now, being a slave like I am, I prefer to be a slave in the Midwest because it's cheaper, right? But I would love to. If I was like a professional athlete, I would 100% would like to live in Miami. And here, you guys, you can see, you see this window. Back in the 80s, Miami was really violent. So you can see all the windows, like in this house, have bars on it. They have a little fence, and they have bars on every single window. And there's a bunch of houses like that because in the 80s, it was just crazy, right? It was like drug trafficking, and also you have the drug addicts. So they would just like steal from people. Look at this, another one that's just full of fences and bars on the windows. Last time I was in Miami, my Airbnb had bars in the windows. But not so much right now. You know, like I leave my car is stopped like in front of the house with all my stuff. And look at this house, man. This is, what is this? It's almost like a mini White House. Did somebody live here? Oh no, it says Miami Hispanic Cultural Arts Center. But I'm pretty sure this used to be somebody's house probably back in the day. The big kingpin of Little Havana. Man, I tried 2 things today from the Cuban cuisine that I just love it. I didn't record it, which was a shame. But so first day I got here, second day actually, I made a live, right? And I tried the Cuban sandwich, which was very good. Extremely good. But today I tried pastelitos y croquetas. And man, those things are amazing. The pastelitos I got, so pastelitos, guys, is like it's like a pastry, a very flaky pastry with sugar on top of it. But I asked for the filling to be cheese, right? You have a couple of options, and I got cheese. So you had the sweet of the pastry and the salty from the cheese So it kind of remind me of a cannoli. And that was so good. And the croquetas I got, croquetas is pretty much like it's like I don't know how to explain to you guys, but you have the flour, right? It's deep fried, and usually you have like meat. You can have cheese too. This one I had with jamon or ham, right? And those things, man, those things were amazing. Amazing. I cannot even describe it. So once I go back home, I'm gonna learn how to do croquetas, pastelitos, which is probably the most difficult one, right? And the Cuban sandwich, which is the easiest one, but I'm gonna do my twist. So the Cuban sandwich usually is what? Ham, some sort of beef, pepinos, which I always forget how to say in English, and mustard, and maybe mayo, I think, right? But again, I don't like mayo, and I don't like pepinos, so I ask no pepinos and no mayonnaise. Oh, I don't know how they call it, but yeah. And I'm gonna add salami, because I love salami. So I know that they have that variation, but and the thing was huge, right? The Cuban sandwich that I had was huge. I had to like ask the lady to put it in a bag so I can take it home, because it was. But the pastelitos, man, is the best thing for when you hangover. A pastelito and a Coke, a drink Coke, right? Pastelitos and the drink Coke is the perfect combo to help out with a hangover. But yeah, man, I'm gonna miss Miami. This is again my third time here, and this is I feel that this is the time I got to know Miami the most. You know, this time I saw some stuff that I haven't seen before, good and bad. But I can definitely say that I'm gonna miss Miami for this time. You know, last time I couldn't care less, but this time I have a little bit of more of a connection with the city, if you shall say that. But again, I would never live here unless I was a professional athlete or how do they call those people that live off like their parents' money. Yeah, I'm not neither of those, so I'm never gonna live here. Nico, just a quick story from yesterday. Look at this crazy story, man. Real quick. So I'm staying in an Airbnb, right? And I got to be friends with the guy who was staying next door to me. We talked for a couple of days, and yesterday we went to a bar. We went to a bar, and I was smoking outside. He went inside to talk to somebody that he knew. A girl out of nowhere, man. She was walking on the sidewalk. She approaches me. A girl that she had her work ID hanging from her neck. She came up to me, man, and she was just like pretty much just saying like, yeah, let's get out of here. She was a little tipsy, right? Everybody was tipsy. I was like out of my freaking mind. And so I was talking to her, you know, she asked for my number, and then the guy comes outside, you know, the guy who was staying in the room next to me. And here's the thing: it's an Airbnb, right? So you have rules. You know, you're not supposed to bring anybody to the room and stuff like that, right? So I thought about like, well, he knows the owner. So I said like, well, maybe I will let him take, the girl home, and he takes the blame, and we can both, you know. But I was just so out of my freaking mind. Again, I had smoke and I had drink, so I was completely out. Like we walked from the bar, and when we got to Airbnb, I went straight to my room. I locked the door. I laid down, and that was like 11 p.m. And I woke up at 11:30, and I thought, to me, that like 5 hours have passed, right? I never go out. This morning, I see the guy. He was leaving today, and I got to see him before he left. And he told me like, man, no, he was Cuban, right, this guy. So he said, Mang, I got that girl all because of you. Thank you so much. She was nuts, he says. He said, we did everything. And I'm like, that's well, you're welcome, I said. You are welcome, son of a bitch. But yeah, that was one. Yeah, every day here was something crazy. Every freaking day here was something nuts. No, I don't think it's badass, but and then I woke up and I'm like, damn it, I miss it, because she was cute, man. She was, I don't know her ethnicity, but she was Latina for sure. But she didn't have an accent, and she never spoke to us in Spanish. But she was 100% like second generation, right? At least. So she had that like Latina kind of she was like tiny, petite, very short. She was probably barely 6 feet, 5 feet. She was very short, very little tiny hands, soft hands. But yeah, man, I woke up, I'm like, damn, man, I'm never gonna mix smoking and drinking ever again. Ever again. No, I would have done it, man. But again, I was just completely, oh, that flag is huge. I just said that I haven't seen like an American flag. There's a huge one there at a business. Let's see if we can see it. Oh yes, you guys can see it. Just me and you, Nico, right? And another thing that I noticed about Little Havana, getting to know more of Little Havana even now, is that how Little Havana looks like parts of Brazil from the city that I'm from. There are some very similar parts. In terms of like I don't know how to say it. Architecture? Yeah. Like the design of the buildings, some of the buildings. And the way that they're placed. I tried doing Uber Eats here. I'm not allowed to do Uber passengers because to do a passenger, you have to legally change your city of residence on the app, and you have to go through another, whole process, and then it's not worth it, because then if I go back to Wisconsin, I will have to do it again. But I can do Uber Eats pretty much everywhere in the United States, right? So I tried doing Uber Eats here, but man, they pay so little, so little, that I decided not to do it. Like, for you to have an idea, they were like offering, the offers I got were mostly like $4 for something that would take me like half an hour. Imagine getting $4 for half an hour, at least, right? It's at least half an hour. And you're gonna have to pay gas, taxes, so you're pretty much paying to work. So I used to complain about how much I made in Wisconsin, but now I'm glad, because here, man, Uber Eats, you're gonna starve if you do Uber Eats, just Uber Eats. It's impossible to survive on Uber Eats. And I think one of the things that also kind of doesn't help, they have a lot of robots here, those sidewalk robots that deliver food, so they can also, bring the price down. It's funny that in a lot of my, I did only like 4 lives, but in most of my lives, I saw at least one of those robots walking. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end this live. I think I need to concentrate in getting back home, and my phone is almost dying, so I don't want to get lost. I wouldn't get lost because I know it's 3rd Street, so I'm gonna have to walk to the left. But you never know. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Nico. Santa, I was here. All the people. This was Tommy Vice live from Little Havana. One last time doing this trip. I hope to come back, but if I come back, it's not gonna be driving. I'm done with that, especially the car I have right now. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. This was Tommy Vice. Remember the name. Oh, now we have 5 people. I just need to say I'm leaving, and everybody comes in, right? That's what she said. Oh, did you hear the chicken? During the day, man, there's so many chickens. During the day, I saw even like little chicks too, like at one of the vacant lots. Welcome, guys. I'm Vice here, walking through the streets of Little Havana at night. It's what, 2 a.m. right now? 1:30 a.m. in Miami. It is a little bit windy, but still very hot, very warm. Going back to my Airbnb here. Okay, now I'm gonna go left. Because I have to get to 3rd Street. Right now, this is 5th Street, no, 5th Street, 1st Street. So I have to go west 2 blocks until 3rd, which is where I'm staying. Guys, double tap. Subscribe to Tommy Vice. I do gameplay, cosplay. I usually play Vice City games, like GTA games, but I love Vice City. And I'm here in Miami today. Today, no, I spent the whole week here in Miami. If you go to both my channels, I have lives, and I'm gonna maybe posting some videos in a couple of days. I went to GTA 6 and Vice City locations. I also went to a couple of Ace Ventura locations. Yeah, and tomorrow, or today, later today, I'm leaving Miami. I'm gonna be driving to Wisconsin, which is like a 23 hours drive. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and double tap. Let's go see Little Havana. Well, thank you guys for watching. This was Tommy Vice. Remember the name. Check out my short videos. Peace out.